What's up, friendos? It's ExoticMTG back for the second episode of the Card Sphere review. Really excited after the first episode. I'm excited because I'm intrigued by this website, and I actually think that it'll be very beneficial for me. I hope it might be for you too. Maybe you can check it out, but the link will be down below. So go ahead and sign up for your account today. Maybe you want to follow along with us. But let's go ahead and log on. We signed up yesterday, saved all of our info. We're back in. All right, let's go to our have list that we set up yesterday. After we went off the air, I went ahead and checked a couple things. I checked the condition of these top three cards, the two Birds of Paradise and the Sword of the Meek, and I'm going to change the Sword of the Meek from near mint to slightly played. And I'm going to change the M10 to slightly played. The birds. They're close, but I want to cover all my bases. So those are done, out of the way. We've updated those. So what I'm going to do now is I have a nice pile of cards here that I wouldn't mind getting to a new home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload these cards, and then we're going to kind of look into what we can get from them. So I'll be right back after I add this somewhat large pile of cards. So I'll be back in a flash. All right, welcome back. I just added somewhere around probably 40 some cards, maybe 50. I didn't look at the number before, but we have 76 total cards in our have list now. I made sure to check the conditions of all of them. I've got every kind of condition possible on these cards. And yeah, so our new total of our have list is $676. And one thing I'm wondering is, can you offer more? Like, can you tell people you would want to pay more for a card? So like for example, you want this Noble Hierarch, and you have abundance of funds on your account. It's worth $49.85. Can you tell them that you'll pay $55? You know what I mean? That's just one thing that I thought of while I was putting the list together. We'll figure that out shortly. Okay, so now let's see if we can build our first send with the website. I'm just going to simply click that send button and see what happens. All right, so I want to do just domestic right now. That'll probably change later, but for my very first trade, I'm going to want to do the United States or minor outlying islands. There. So now let's see what that does. I guess maybe hit the refresh button. Nope, that didn't work. Deselect. Okay. Save. All right, so the filter, you have to hit the save button. I didn't see it before. Exclude packages under $10. Let's see. Nah, we won't do that. Under $3. And now let's save. Oh, wow. That actually got rid of a lot, I think. So let's see here. Let's look at this one. This guy wants these 4 cards here. I love how right when you put the cursor over the card, it comes up with the image of the card. That's pretty sweet. So, okay. Let's do this. So this guy's offering more for the Snapcaster. That is the most, yeah, 37 and 3709. So if I'm going to send that Snapcaster, it's going to be to this guy. He's offering the most for it. So let's just do a little something here. Let's type in Snapcaster. And TCG player. Click on the one, all right? So if I was shopping for one right now on TCG player, lightly played, I can get one for $47.20. Near mint around 40, around $48, 49. So it's essentially $12 off. But if I was on eBay, let's see. I mean, I'm going to do this with all my shipments that I do if I end up doing this. So buy it now, and let's match it to the lowest price. See, we have a Innistrad Snapcaster Mage for 40 bucks. It's in near mint condition. That's pretty low for an Innistrad version as well. And then it jumps to 45. I feel like this is actually a really good deal. 41.50 for an Innistrad version. What is... So the normal price on median is 51. Heavily played, I ignore that. So 43 bucks on TCG Player. Almost, 42 bucks on here. Well, that's for Innistrad. So 37.09. I don't have to pay seller fees because if I was to, let's see here. If I was to sell for $37, I'm selling my Snapcaster on eBay. I'm paying roughly 12% in fees, if that's including PayPal and eBay. So $4.45, right? So $4.45, and I'm trying to sell it for $43. I'm going to get $38.55. So it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I hate eBay though, so I almost might pay $1. Just thinking out loud here, I might pay $1 just to do that. But let's go ahead and let's look at another one. So we got Lightning Greaves, right? Our masterpiece, 53. This guy's offering 53. The card is, let's see what happens if you click on it. Okay, so you get the price of all of them, median price of all of them from every set that it's ever been in. That's pretty sweet. We have one in our halves list. It tells us this is the first time I'm seeing this page, so this is pretty different. 2 trades in 30 days, 5 trades in 360 days. So I guess the lifetime of the website, it's been traded 5 times. And it tells you that 8 users have 12 copies available. That's pretty cool. You don't really get that on any of the other sites that do this. On July 22nd, someone got 100% of the value of this card. On October 22nd, which was 3 weeks ago or so, someone got 85% of the card. So this person was offering 81%, so pretty close. My zombie token, this guy wants it for 407. But 71%. So this guy must have, there must be a way to where you can say, these are all the cards I want, I'm willing to pay 71% of their value. So if I was to take these cards that I just added, right? This is my have list. And it's, $676. Go back to my calculator. $676, and I'm going to sell it to my local game store. If I'm lucky, I'm getting, well, that didn't work. 676 times 0.5. I'm lucky to get 338. Because usually when you get store credit, it's around 50, and trade or cash value is probably even worse. So this website definitely gives you options. With the cards that I have added, I can't say necessarily that I'm interested in sending anything right now because I don't really. I feel like if I hold out, I can do better. If that makes sense. Like I might do this one because 81% is pretty good. I'm probably going to end up setting rules for myself, to maximize my value. To where if it's less than, so let me change my filter. So we filter it at 75%. That changes everything, right? So out of my 676 cards, I've got 2 people wanting. One guy wants a zombie token from Unglued. One guy wants Lightning Greaves at 81% of its value. And he also wants the Thalia media promo at 77% of its value. So pretty cool. I love the numbers it gives you, the statistics, the values of everything. How many times has she been traded? Okay, so it shows you the last 10 trades. 120% on this guy. Wow, that was a pretty good trade. This might be one of those things where I just put everything I have in my my binder on here, and then just like wait for people to have really good offers out there, because like these 3 trades here, I would have done any of these 3. 85% and higher is really good. So basically, I just need to grow my have list. Now let's look at if I want to put something on my want list. What do I want? I want an Underground Sea for my all near mint perfect revised set that I have like 95% of the way done with. Revised. It's good. Drop down boxes near mint, non-foil English. And I offer. Okay, I see how this works. So, just, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't have a balance in my account. But, oh, you can set a price limit too. That's cool. And I want 1, so just hit add item. Okay. That's pretty neat, right? Use the wants page to list the cards you're interested in receiving as soon as you have enough of a balance. Other trades will send you these cards. Other traders will send you these cards. And you decide what you're willing to pay. You add the cards you want. You choose the acceptable sets, card condition, and languages. Okay, so if I'm willing to have this from other sets. Okay, so you can't select multiple ones. You just have to add it over and over again, which makes sense. Offering percentage. I understand that. Price limit. Everyone understands price limit. And any want can be active or paused. Paused wants are invisible to other users and cannot be sent to you. Okay, how do you pause it? Don't know how to pause it, but maybe we'll figure that out later. I also need a volcanic island for my set. Volcanic island from revised near mint. English offer 1%. No. You can type it in, looks like. Oh, active or paused. There it is right there. So active or paused. Got it. Well, I'll put mine on pause because I don't have a balance for them anyways. So that's how you add stuff to your want list. Pretty simple. Your receivings tab. Obviously, we're not receiving anything. Messages. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, right? You don't have any messages. I don't really think I need to read about messages. Profile. Let's look at that. Tells you when you joined, how many cards you send, received, your balance, where you're from. No active wants at this time. That's all for profile. Nice and easy. Settings. Profile. Display name. ExoticMTG, right? We are working on setting up our lists. How about that? There's our address. Fan mail. Just kidding. You can block users apparently. That's good, I guess. Change your password. Email settings. Obviously, you're going to want to know if someone's sending you a card or if there's a dispute or something. Explore. Looks like you could just like click on sets and then look at the cards and see Onslaught. Flooded Strand. Is that on here? Oh, I remember what I was going to say too. When I was adding the cards, or maybe I'll show you. So the full art foil Amonkhet lands, right? Some people call them the Bolas lands because the horns are in the background. So I have a swamp I wanted to add to my have list. I couldn't find it anywhere. It's technically Amonkhet, so is it in here? Swamp. There it is right there. So when I went to add it, I couldn't find it, but here it is. See, if we click on this, switch it to foil, I guess, by just clicking that, and add this to halves. We have one of them active, near mint. Cool. Does that change anything with what we're wanting to send? No, it does not. So this might be one of those things where we do a lot of refreshing, you know what I mean, to see if people change their want list to where we can send something at a good value. But for the sake of the video, for the sake of trading, for the sake of good deeds, let's go ahead and send these 2 cards here. Okay, let's click the review button. It's the only thing we can do. So Lightning Greaves from Kaladesh Inventions at Near Mint Foil English, and the Buy a Box Thalia, Near Mint Foil English. The fee is, okay, so there's the fees. It's 1%. Forgot about that. So it's a 1% fee, much better than eBay's fee of you know, around 10 to 15%. Let me see something really quick. If I'm going to get Lightning Greaves on eBay, what's that price at? Price lowest first, 61 bucks. And then it jumps to 66, right? So we're trying to get 53. 61 and 53, that's a pretty big difference. Let's bring up our calculator. So 61, and then let's look at our fees. We'll just say 12%. So 732. So 53.68 if I was to sell it on eBay for around that price. 63, right? Or 53, sorry. So 53.68, very, very similar here. But you also have the fee. So it's essentially the same price for the sake of argument, okay? So the difference of selling it on eBay, okay, apparently we have a timer too. We only have 8 minutes to click on this or not. So if I was to put the Lightning Greaves on eBay, right, so I'm going to pay a quarter to list it, and then I'm going to pay 12% to the fees, and then I'm going to ship it for tracking. It's about $3. Okay, so the difference of sending it on here is I don't have to deal with taking the picture of the card, with posting it to eBay, with waiting for someone to buy it. I see the benefit there. I definitely see the benefit. And, you know, it's not an egregious number. You know, it was very similar to eBay's number after the fees. So, you know, we might as well do our first trade, right? Select images with cars. Well, right there, 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 and there. Verify. I'm not a robot. All right, so we're not a robot. We've decided that we do want to send a shipment in this video. And then, yeah, I guess we're good there. Just hit confirm, right? So goodbye, Lightning Greaves. You're going to a new home. Okay, so now it just goes back to the send button. So let's go to sending, right? So I don't want to show this guy's address. So I'm going to assume that I can find his address by clicking. Okay, if I put my cursor over that home button, I bet it shows me. So I quickly pause the video to check for address. So I clicked that button over here, the little house button, and it came up with this box, the address for Banana Nerd, and it had his full address. I blocked this out with stars so you didn't have to see it. I don't want to show the guy's address, but it was very simple. You just click that button, the address comes up. So if I wanted to, I could copy, right, and I could paste it onto my label maker. Very simple. Or just leave it up and I can just handwrite it on an envelope or a bubble mailer depending on what I'm using. So boom, sending lightning greaves to Banana Nerd. One package for $55.57. I'm gonna get that packaged up, and I'll catch you guys here in a moment. And that'll pretty much conclude episode 2. And then we'll get more in depth with trying to make some extra change on cardsphere.com. Be right back. Got to package these cards, right?
Welcome back, friendos. So now we have our 2 cards that we're going to send out on our CardSphere, and we have everything you need in order to send those cards off. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go over with you how I like to send my cards, and I'm apparently doing shadow puppets. But I'm going to go ahead and obviously inspect my cards again to make sure that they are still the conditions that as promised. Pretty simple, right? Make sure they're beautiful. That's really it. I like to use the light as a glare, use the light's glare to make sure there's no crazy scuffs or something that I didn't see before. Check the backs. The borders look great. I'm going to put both of these cards back to back and ship them in the same top loader. So I'm just going to use this one, this penny sleeve. All right, now I'm going to insert it upside down. So the opening of the penny sleeve is at the bottom of the top loader. Like so. And now I'm not going to use tape up here because I don't like using tape at all. It's still safe to use tape for the card right now, but you have to remember the guy's got to get the cards out safely too. So sometimes tape is it's just tricky. It's a tricky beast. So I use my sticky note, fold it over. Now I might use a piece of tape on the side. Like so. We've got our 2 cards going to Banana Nerd. And yeah, so there you have it. We're going to plop it into this reused bubble mailer, as I like to reuse these things. We'll tape the top and send it off to the post office, and then we'll get our $53 or so for the 2 cards, which is on average of I think it was 80% of the median price of it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's CardSphere in a nutshell as far as setting up your account and sending your first trades. If you guys like the product, cool. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on this video. Helps us out a lot. And you know what? We're gonna continue to do our thing. We're gonna continue to review product. We're gonna continue to open old packs of Magic, and hopefully open stuff before it releases. If I can make it happen, I will. So yeah, thanks you guys for being here, and maybe we'll have a 3rd episode of us getting cards in from CardSphere soon with the money we earned by sending off this trade. All right, guys, I'm ExoticMTG. Thank you so much, friends, for being here and watching this video. If you want to watch more content, the top right button there will send you to the most recent upload. The bottom and the middle will actually be the best suited video for you. The top left will take you to a random video of ours for another bit of great content. And that middle circular one on top is going to subscribe you to the channel. Hope to see you again soon. I'm out of here.